Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my review of the Nike Vapormax 2020 FLYKNIT. So this shoe is going for $230 freaking dollars. It's insane. It's too much money. And then there's another like gray colorway coming out for like $250. I don't know why it's more expensive. So if you guys do want to get it, I'll try to leave a link in the description box, but I believe they have sold out, unfortunately. And also another cool thing about this shoe is that it has Flyease technology, and basically half of this shoe is recycled material, which I think is really cool because, you know, in this day and age, we need to recycle things, we need to reuse things, and, you know, take care of our planet. But anyways, let's get it started off with the traction. So if you can see the outsole, they're using a very hard plastic. It's not rubber. And I didn't really have any issues with like sliding out or sliding around on my wood floors, but I did have problems with the original Vapormax. Like if I was on like a tiled surface, then I would slide out a lot, and it would just be annoying, you know. It's definitely like if you're going to the mall, most malls have like a tiled surface, you know, so just be careful on that. But for the most part, I feel like durability is going to be good. It's like I said, it's a hard plastic, and if you guys see here in the heel and on the lateral and medial side, those parts of the outsole are using recycled material, which I think is really cool. You can see like they probably took a whole bunch of like melted shredded plastic and, you know, melted it together, and it's really cool because if you look on the bottom, it's see-through and you can see the strobo board. So there is the outsole. Moving on to the cushioning system, so let's start with the insole. The insole is also made from a recycled material, and the insole is pretty damn nice. It's soft, it improves the stepping comfort like a good amount, and I was pretty surprised about that. And it's a dual density insole, and it's made from 50% recycled material. The color is kind of weird though. It looks like a green vomit color, you know, but other than that, it's really cool what they did here. And if you look on the bottom, of course, they're using a stiff plastic, and that's one thing I don't like about Vapormax or Air Max in general, is that the step in comfort or the cushioning right underneath your foot isn't that soft. But I feel like they did a pretty good job with the insole in this shoe specifically. But still, you know, I would prefer like a foam like Boost or React, where like underneath your foot, like it feels like your actual foot and your heel and your forefoot is digging into something soft, and that's not the case in Vapormax or Air Max shoes. Like, don't get me wrong, this cushion is insane. There's insane compression here in the heel as well as in the forefoot. It is a little bit lower profile than the original Vapormax. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they decided to do. And it's still crazy though. And then also here in the forefoot, these units are connected. You know, in the original Vapormax, it wasn't connected. So the forefoot is a lot crazier, like especially where the ball of your foot is right here. This part compresses a lot. And it's actually kind of fun, you know, you feel bouncy. There's a crazy amount of compression. To me personally, it's not super comfortable, as in like I would prefer like a soft cushion underneath my foot, you know, that's just me. But if you like to have something crazy where you know, you can have a little bit of fun with like just walking around with this much compression, then of course go ahead and cop. And all of this articulation, you know, allows the shoe to be ultra flexible. You guys see that? Look at how flexible it is. So there's the cushioning. So there's the cushioning there. It's definitely not my preference, but you know, it's nice. All right, moving on to the materials. They're using a FLYKNIT, and you guys can see there's a whole bunch of different colors here in the forefoot, and it extends here into the midfoot area. And I believe that's what the recycled material is. So Nike says it's around 67% recycled waste, and that's mostly from, you know, shredded plastic bottles, which is really cool. But it actually feels like yarn. It doesn't feel plasticky at all. It feels like, you know, like my shirt, you know? And they did a good job of keeping it super thin, like really thin. There's not really any like ventilation holes like the original Vapormax FLYKNIT, but like if you blow through it, there's still a little bit of airflow. But I'm still surprised at how thin this FLYKNIT is. One thing that kind of sucks though is that the FLYKNIT really isn't stretchy. So it doesn't stretch over your foot. There's just a little bit of stretch, you know, but it's not like the Epic React where there's just a ridiculous amount of stretch, and it feels like they put like a little bit of spandex into the material. It doesn't feel like that here in this FLYKNIT. And then moving on to the tongue, also this is recycled material. It reminds me of like turf, you know, like rubber turf like at the gym. And so that's basically what it looks like, and that's recycled material as well, which is really cool. And then here in the ankle area, there's really no padding at all. There's just this like very thin layer of, I guess, foam, like this white part with this mesh, and it extends here from the midfoot all the way into the ankle. And then there is a little bit of foam where your Achilles is. Very minimal. I'm very curious as to how light this shoe is, right? I guess the only stretchy part is this ankle collar where it does actually stretch, but other than that, there's really no stretch to the material. So I mean, you're paying 230 bucks, you better get a premium material, and you're getting very premium FLYKNIT. It feels incredible on foot if you're going for minimal and comfortable. And of course, you can't really say anything about the shoe without, you know, going over the Flyease technology, or I guess the fast fit system, but they're just calling it Flyease in this shoe for some reason. So this shoe is really easy to put on in the first place, right? So you have basically a heel tab. You know, this comes up a good amount and acts like a shoehorn, and it's a lot easier to put this shoe on than the original Vapormax because of this heel tab. And then, you know, of course, the tongue opens up a lot. So to be honest, if you want to just casually walk around in this, you really don't need to tighten the shoe. Like, you can just slide your foot in and you're good to go. Or that's just for me. That's just how it is for me. But if you want it to be a little bit tighter, of course, you have this Flyease system, and it's really cool. So you slide your foot in, and then the lock system is here in the heel. And all you got to do to tighten the shoe is pull this. You know, and then you can hear the clicks. It's weird because like it doesn't tighten unless my foot's in it. But anyways, so you just pull that, it tightens the shoe, and if you want to loosen it, here on the tongue it says release, and then it kind of releases, and of course you have that click, right? So, and then you guys want to hear the click? And then you hear that, and then it's released, and it loosens up, and then you just slide the shoe off. It's really easy. I love it. It's dope. I don't really know how I feel about like how it looks though. Do you guys think it looks okay? Maybe I would have preferred like the Jordan 33 where the actual unit was in the midsole, but obviously they can't really do that in this shoe. But it's a very practical system. It's easy, and I love it. It tightens on your foot a lot. And of course, going over the recycled materials, this heel counter and I guess the plastic part here in the tip of the toe is made from recycled plastic as well. And they say it's 60% recycled plastic, which is really cool. All right, moving on to the weight. I feel like this is gonna be like 9 ounces, 8 ounces, basically 10 ounces. That's pretty damn light. Not as light as like Epic Reacts. So I believe the Epic Reacts are like 7 or 8 ounces, but still, nonetheless, this is a super light shoe and just really minimal. All the weight is probably coming from, I guess, this Vapormax with all this plastic and stuff. I don't even think this Flyease system is that heavy. And then if you look at the tongue underneath the material, the string is like attached to this little strap here in the heel. So if you pull it, that pulls the actual string, and then it locks the Flyease. As far as the ventilation goes, like I said, it's really good. I don't think it's as good as the original Vapormax, but it's still really good in this shoe. So it's still summertime, it's still really hot, and like it's really hot in this room right now because I have all these lights on. But yeah, your feet are gonna be very cool in this shoe. As far as the aesthetics go, I don't know. I feel like it looks pretty dope. I think it looks a little bit better than the original Vapormax because, you know, here in the forefoot, the original Vapormax had like, it looked like udders, you know, like cow udders. They joined these two pods together in the 2020 version, and it looks a little bit better in my opinion. And I feel like I like this like knit pattern a little bit better as well. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, $230 freaking dollars. Yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, is it worth 230 bucks? I mean, they are using recycled materials, and I guess the Flyease technology and the Vapormax, I believe the original Vapormax was like 200 bucks, but still, I mean, 230 bucks, god damn, that's a lot of money. And if you're looking for a comfortable shoe, I would suggest like the Epic Reacts, or, you know, even Ultra Boost. And Ultra Boost are like 180 bucks, you know, or maybe the Peak Tai Chi, which is going for like 90 bucks, super comfortable shoe. But of course, if price isn't an option, then I would say go ahead and cop. You know, like the Vapormax, Like I said, not my preference, and in my opinion, it's not the most comfortable cushioning setup there is, but you know, it's not bad and it's fun to walk around in. If I'm just like casually walking around and just going out, then I don't really mind it all too much. And then I really like the material, it's super thin, and I also really like the Flyease technology in the shoe. So if you guys do want to cop, again, I'll try to leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.